Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am the host and creator, Theresa Cesare. My intention for this podcast is to deliver to you wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness through solo episodes and conversations amongst insightful people. It is my greatest honor to bring to you talks that come from the heart. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another powerful episode with me. Today, we're going to talk about going from good enough to unapologetically great, to stop settling and really start thriving. So often we treat good as the ultimate goal because we're taught to be grateful, not greedy. But deep down, it trains us to settle. Good becomes a comfortable excuse that leaks our energy and stalls our dreams and visions. It's far easier to convince ourselves that what we have is enough than to risk claiming something even better. In relationships, in finances, in career, in our bodies and health. But what if feeling unfulfilled isn't a flaw, but a clue? Today, I invite you to stop making excuses for good enough and let's make great our new minimum standard, because calling greatness into our lives truly ripples out to inspire those around us. But first, let's talk about why we normalize good and talk ourselves into staying where we are in relationships, finances, in our careers, and our bodies. Well, look around you. Everyone around you most likely is settling. Their relationships are good. Their finances are good. But settling for good literally over time creates an unseen energy leak and emotional drain. So if you think like, wow, everything's good in my life, like, why do I still feel so drained? And this is me. Like, I'm like, wow, things are good here. Things are good here. And it's like, no, good isn't good enough. And the minute I called it out, the minute I took action, I got a surge of energy. So I'll give you an example. Like for this podcast, I've done this for 5 years. I feel proud of it, right? And I do it all myself. I do my editing, I do my marketing. And for so long, it's good. But underneath, there was an unseen energy leak and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And it was this, I was settling for good enough and making excuses to not start to do videos, to not launch more episodes. I was so tied to it's good enough to launch 2 episodes a month. It's good enough to only do audio. But what would great look like? And as I'm speaking to you, I'm actually doing my first video podcast episode in which I hope to make a really cute reel or a short. So I'm taking messy action. Imperfect action. That's the way you got to do it. You just got to jump in. And that's what I'm doing literally right now as we speak. I switched platforms. I went from my Squadcast into Riverside. For so long, I was comfortable because I had my routine and it was easy, but easy and good just wasn't cutting it for me. The ways good becomes a self-imposed limit is exactly that, especially when it comes to relationships, your health, your work, and finances. We limit what's possible. So my example, again, this podcast, what's good for me right now? Yeah, I launch every 2 weeks. I'm consistent. But what would an apologetically great look like in this area? And for me, it was like, let's do some videos here. So when I promote on social media, people get a little clip. They get to see my face because good allowed me to record in my pajamas. But great requires me to dress up when I record because I'm going to be on camera. And not that everything has to be perfect and polished. Like I go on Instagram without makeup and that's powerful too, being authentic and not have to be done up. But I also want to show my audience, my clients, my community respect. And when you show up excellent and you look great, that communicates something. That goes from good to great. So as a listener, right, as being part of my community, this is your invitation, your permission slip. What I'm going to ask you to do is think about one area in your life, love, career, health, finances, friendships, where good isn't enough. And maybe for a while you felt like that, but you didn't really have the vocabulary. And that was me. For a while, I was like, what is this unfulfillment I have? And I felt like, what's wrong with me? But once I heard some of that people that I look up to talk about going from good to great, I'm like, that's what I needed to hear. And not only that, I'm going to take action, be in this process myself, and share it with all of you. So again, go back to an area, love, career, health, finances, friendships, where good isn't good enough. And ask, if I could have it all in this area, what would great feel like here? You want to start with feeling and then putting the feelings with words. It is so powerful because most of the things that we desire, we don't have a picture. We don't even sometimes have the words. It's just a feeling. So I invite you to just reflect and write it out. What would that great vision be? But most importantly, what would you do differently today to be great in that area? Whether it's your relationships, whether it's in your finances, whether it's in your body, your wellness, your fitness, in love. So what would it look like? So for me, like when I think about my kids, like we have good relationships, but I was like, I want to be great. I want our connection to be just soul level. And so great is like, I'm present with them all the time. My phone's never out when the kids and I are in the car driving. When someone calls, I intentionally don't answer because that's what makes a great relationship, is the power of our presence with them. And that is more memorable than any gift or vacation, is just what we do every day, right? And building connection with those we love most. So that's what great looks like. It's creating memories, doing incredible things together. So, because I love affirmations, I have an affirmation for you to use as you are moving from good enough to unapologetically great. So here's your affirmation. I no longer settle for good enough. I'm worthy of a life, love, and legacy that feels great. I'm thinking great, doing great, receiving greatness, and inspiring greatness starting now. Now, if this message woke something up in your spirit, share this episode with someone you love. Remember, greatness is contagious. So be the example, like starting now. And if you haven't yet, check out my affirmation decks. They are literally designed to help you go from good enough in every area in your life to great. And use promo code podcast. You'll get a special discount and a special thank you for being part of my tribe. You'll get 15% off this deck. So again, friends, there's no excuses, no apologies. And thank you so much for tuning in to this short and powerful episode. Again, choose great. Mwah, love you. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please download, rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. Also, be sure to visit my website at theresacesare.com to check out my inspirational merch, connect to my social accounts, and much more. May you continue to be filled with wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness. Otherwise, friends, I will be back in 2 weeks for another episode of Heart to Talk.